About 340 kilometers south of the capital Tehran lies the world-famous city of Isfahan, with the beautiful Zayanderud River flowing right through, giving life to the city of turquoise domes, deservedly celebrated as half of the world for a great number of historic sites, memoirs of its glorious past. But this time, a whole day of sightseeing took me somewhere rather different. To my surprise, Isfahan's Museum of Natural History is actually the private collection of the renowned paleontologist Professor Jafarian, who even has a fossil or two actually named after him.
اگر لایه رسوب را مثل ورق‌های کتاب در نظر بگیرید، تاریخ گذشته ما مثل نوشته‌های یک کتاب تاریخی میمونه. نوشته‌هاش همین سنگواره‌ها هستن. بعضی از فسیل‌ها در دنیا ارزش انحصاری دارن. میلیون‌ها دلار خرید و فروش میشه.
One complete section of the museum is dedicated to these unlikely million-year-old treasures, mostly collected by the professor himself from different regions in Iran.
اصلا ایران میتونه یک سرویس بین‌الملل از نظر دیرین شناسی و فسیل شناسی داشته باشه.
And one good reason for that is an area 60 kilometers north of Isfahan. Originally discovered by a German-Iranian paleontologist, Adham Hills are abundant in fossils. No excavations required, you can pick fossils as you walk.
اون تپه‌هایی که رنگ تیره داره و همینجور ادامه پیدا میکنه میره به سمت نتنز. این دریای تریاسه.
And where we were standing was what had remained from the Mesozoic, the era of dinosaurs.
تپه‌هایی که شما سوی رخنمون منطقه ادهم می‌بینید، دو تا تپه دوقلو کنار همدیگه هستش و چند تا ویژگی داره که اینها رو در دنیا منحصر به فرد میکنه. یکی از اون ویژگی‌ها اینه که ما توی این سکشن میتونیم تقریباً تمام دوران دوم زمینشناسی رو ببینیم. در بیس ما تریاس رو داریم، در میانه قسمت جوراسیک هست و در تاپ این رخنمون ما قسمت کرتاسه رو که به حالت لایه‌های سنگ آهک صخره‌ساز هست مشاهده می‌کنیم.
All the jargon meant that we were literally walking on fossils.
Oh my God!
This spongia is unique in the world by name of Solenopora rectoangulata.
Professor Babalu explained that another amazing feature of the two hills was their rich fauna.
روی این قسمت در واقع یک ریفی رو می‌بینید که مجموعی است از فیلم‌های یا گروه‌های مختلف جانوری که کنار همدیگه قرار گرفتند. این یک نمونه خیلی جالبی هست از ساقه یک خارپوست. دقیقاً یه تابلوه اینجا. رشد شاخه درختی از پایین به بالا. این یه براکیوپوده که تا حالا ندیدیم خودشو.
It's amazing to know that in every step that you take, you're moving millions of years in the past.
A few more steps higher and we had traveled a couple of 100 million years to reach the Jurassic period.
هنوز دقیق مشخص نیست که این مرزی که ما الان روش قرار گرفتیم دقیقاً مرز ساحل کم عمق دریاست که توی این محدود شما دارید می‌بینیدش.
And so my journey through the Mesozoic ended, and I left the era of the dinosaurs to come back to the city and find out how the government is planning to protect this recently discovered area and its unique treasures.
به سرعت بحث تبدیل اون منطقه رو به عنوان اثر طبیعی ملی ما دنبال کردیم. منطقه کاملا حصارکشی میشه و ورودی اونها کنترل شده است. ما اونجا میتونیم یک پایلوت میدانی کاملا مشخص با امکانات داشته باشیم که دانشجویان داخل کشور و محققین چه از داخل و چه از خارج مراجعه بکنن و از این محل بازدید بکنن.
Every ridge, bump and curve on a fossil provides clues about the Earth's past and how life has evolved to become what it is today.
Shiraz is a city with thousands of years of history. This city has fresh nature that nobody can disclaim its beauty. Shiraz is known as the city of poets, gardens, nightingales and flowers. The garden is an important part of Iranian culture. There are many old gardens in Shiraz, such as the Iram Garden, built in Qajar, Iran. The city is also the birthplace and resting place of the great Persian poets, Hafiz and Sa'di. There are several shrines in the city. The most famous one is known as Shah Cheragh. Karim Khan Citadel sits adjacent to the Vakil Bazaar and Vakil Bath at the city's central district. According to Iran's Cultural Heritage Organization, there are over 200 sites of historical significance around Shiraz. One of them lies almost 70 kilometers northeast of the city. The place is called Nakhsh Rostam. The site is a necropolis which contains works belonging to the Elamite, Achaemenid and Sassanid eras. Here, 4 tombs belonging to the Achaemenid kings are carved out of the rock face. One of the tombs is explicitly identified by an accompanying inscription to be the tomb of Darius I. The other 3 tombs are believed to be those of Xerxes I, Artaxerxes I, and Darius II, respectively. A 5th unfinished one might be that of Artaxerxes III, who reigned at the longest for 2 years, but is more likely that of Darius III.
معتبرترین و مستندترین آرامگاهی که ما میتونیم به طور قطعیت به اون نظر بدیم که این متعلق به کدام یک از شاهان آرامگاه داریوش در این محوطه است که به وسیله خطوط در این خطوط درباره لشکرکشی‌ها و خصوصیات فردی داریوش توضیحاتی رو داده و خصوصا نام 30 اورنگبر و 30 شخصی که در زیر تخت شاهی هستند رو اومده یکی یکی نام برده.
The tombs are known locally as the Persian crosses, after the shape of the facades of the tombs. The entrance to each tomb is at the center of each cross, which opens onto a small chamber where the king lay in a sarcophagus. Each cross-shaped above is over 75 feet high and 60 feet wide.
4 عنصر آب، خاک، باد و آتش رو در حقیقت بیان میکنه.
The tombs were looted during an invasion by Alexander the Macedonian. Another important feature of Nakhshe is a series of 8 Sasanian rock reliefs, some of the greatest ever created on the lower levels of the cliffs.
Nakhshe is one of the most important archaeological sites here in Iran, which contains monuments of the Achaemenid and the Sassanid dynasties. In later times, when people could not remember the origins of such rock carvings, which usually show the triumphant Iranian heroes, they were attributed to Iran's legendary hero Rustam, and the site was accordingly called Carved Representation of Rustam.
The founder of the Sassanid Empire is seen being handed the ring of kingship by Ahura Mazda. This is the most famous of the Sassanid rock reliefs. A 25 feet high carving shows Roman leaders Valerian and Philip the Arab abased themselves before their conqueror Shapur I in 260 AD. In the same area, there is also a building standing in front of these tombs, Kabe Zartusht, assumed to be a Zoroastrian fire temple from Achaemenid period. This is a must-see place, especially for those who have visited Persepolis with all its glory. Salman Kujuri, reporting for Iran.